Through the bitter cold of winter at Valley Forge and the sweltering heat of summer in the Carolinas, Washington led by example, enduring the hardships of war alongside his men. His steadfastness in the face of adversity became a source of inspiration for all who served under his command. In the rolling hills of colonial Virginia, a young boy named George Washington began his journey towards greatness. Born on February 22, 1732, to Augustine and Mary Washington, George's early years were shaped by the rugged beauty of the frontier and the timeless values of family and community. Growing up on the family's plantation in Westmoreland County, George learned the virtues of hard work, discipline, and self-reliance from his father, a prosperous planter, and his mother, a woman of strong character and faith. Despite limited formal education, George's thirst for knowledge was insatiable. At the age of 11, tragedy struck when his father passed away, leaving him and his siblings under the care of their mother. Yet even in the face of adversity, George persevered, eager to carve out his own path in the world. Under the tutelage of experienced surveyors, George honed his skills in mathematics, geometry, and map-making, a foundation that would serve him well in the years to come. With a keen eye for detail and a steady hand, he mapped out vast tracts of land, laying the groundwork for the westward expansion of the colonies. As tensions with the French and Native American tribes escalated, George's talents caught the attention of Virginia's colonial leaders. In 1752, at the age of 20, he was commissioned as a major in the Virginia militia, an appointment that would mark the beginning of his storied military career. From the wilds of the American frontier to the fields of battle, George Washington's military career was marked by courage, determination, and a steadfast commitment to the cause of liberty. With the outbreak of the French and Indian War in 1754, he found himself thrust into the midst of a struggle for control of the North American continent. At the age of 22, Washington's talents as a leader were put to the test when he was appointed as a lieutenant colonel in the Virginia militia. Charged with defending the frontier against French incursions, he faced daunting challenges and perilous odds. From the treacherous wilderness of the Ohio Valley to the snow-covered heights of Fort Necessity, Washington led his men with courage and conviction. Though he suffered defeats and setbacks, his resilience never wavered, earning him the respect and admiration of his comrades. When the flames of revolution engulfed the colonies in 1775, George Washington answered the call to arms once more. Appointed as Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army, he faced the daunting task of leading a ragtag army against the might of the British Empire. From the opening salvos of Lexington and Concord to the final victory at Yorktown, Washington's leadership was nothing short of extraordinary. With courage, determination, and a deep sense of duty, he rallied his troops in the face of overwhelming odds, inspiring them to fight for the cause of liberty. Yet, it was not just Washington's courage that defined him. It was his strategic brilliance and tactical acumen that set him apart. From the surprise crossing of the Delaware River to the masterful maneuvering at the Battle of Trenton, he outwitted his adversaries at every turn. Washington's leadership was not without its challenges. As the war dragged on, he faced criticism and dissent from within his own ranks. Yet through it all, he remained steadfast in his commitment to the cause and to the men who fought by his side. When the smoke of battle cleared and the echoes of war faded away, George Washington emerged as a symbol of America's triumph over tyranny. His leadership had been instrumental in securing victory for the fledgling nation, paving the way for a new era of freedom and democracy. As the dust of revolution settled and a new nation emerged from the crucible of war, George Washington was called upon again to lead. In 1789, he was unanimously elected as the first president of the United States tasked with guiding a fledgling republic towards its destiny. Washington pledged to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States, a document forged in the fires of revolution and tempered by the wisdom of the Founding Fathers. During his 2 terms in office, Washington faced a series of formidable challenges, from the establishment of a functioning government to the consolidation of national unity. Yet, with characteristic resolve and determination, he rose to meet each challenge head-on. One of Washington's first tasks as president was to establish the executive branch of government, a task he approached with characteristic humility and diligence. He appointed a cabinet of trusted advisors, including luminaries such as Thomas Jefferson and Alexander Hamilton, to help him navigate the complexities of governance. His presidency was marked by a series of landmark achievements on the domestic front. He signed into law the Judiciary Act, establishing the federal court system, and oversaw the drafting of the Bill of Rights, enshrining essential liberties such as freedom of speech and religion. In 1796, after 2 terms in office, Washington made the historic decision to step down from the presidency, a decision that would set a precedent for peaceful transitions of power and the peaceful transfer of authority. Throughout his life, Washington made countless contributions to the cause of liberty. As Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army, he led his troops with courage and determination, guiding them to victory against the forces of tyranny. As President of the United States, Washington laid the foundations of the American Republic, establishing the executive branch, creating the federal judiciary, and setting precedents for presidential authority and decorum. Yet, perhaps Washington's greatest legacy lies not in his accomplishments, but in his character. Known for his humility, integrity, and sense of duty, he earned the respect and admiration of his peers and adversaries alike. And despite the burdens of leadership, Washington remained true to his principles, never wavering in his commitment to the values that had guided him throughout his life. His devotion to his family, his faith, and his country served as a shining example for all who knew him. Thank you for joining us on this historical exploration of the life of George Washington. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing for more captivating stories.